Hello peoples, Murkety Murk here, and welcome to my first impression of the Battlefield Hardline Open Beta. First off, it's been a while since I've really played a Battlefield game, so I used to play the shit out of Battlefield 2 and even 2142, but after 3 and 4 I kinda just got a little tired of it. So when I heard that Hardline was going to be a different type of Battlefield game, I thought I should really try it out and see if it was true. The first thing I noticed was that it definitely still felt like a Battlefield game, except it now has 3 modes: Heist, Conquest, and Hotwire. Heist is a cops and robbers type mode where the criminals have to rob a bank and the cops have to stop them. Conquest is your standard Battlefield mode where you have to control various areas of the map. The Hotwire is where you have to try to control a bunch of designated cars for an amount of time. So essentially, a constantly moving Conquest game type. The devs said something about this being the fastest paced Battlefield game out there, but when I heard about the heist mode, I wondered how could they keep the pacing up while trying to plan a bank robbery or trying to stop one. Well, you're not actually planning the heist. You have a time limit to complete the objectives while other team is trying to stop you. I guess I expected more of a Rainbow Six type of vibe for this mode, but that's probably more my fault than anything. Hotwire pretty much seems to be the only thing truly different between this or any other Battlefield game. It was my favorite mode, but I feel like this should have been more of a DLC than anything. You try to steal or repossess cars depending on what side you're on, and when the car gets totaled, a new one respawns and you try again. It would be really cool to have this game mode feature a capture the flag type mode where each team tries to bring the vehicles back to their bases for points, but I'm sure that will be added as a tweak to next year's version of the game where EA will expect us to shell out another $60 for a modded game, but my thoughts on that are for another video. The vehicles have arcade-style controls, which is good because they're very forgiving. This comes in handy when you're riding a motorcycle or you and your teammate want to create an audition tape for the X Games. You have helicopters to provide cover or transport and vehicles at your base to get you to the objectives, or until your scumbag helicopter pilot decides he's reached his destination and bails out. The maps are a good size for the pacing, but don't expect to be on the scale of a normal Battlefield game. Even though they're smaller, they don't feel bad, but I realize that's only because you don't have tanks, APCs, or jets. Should this still even be called Battlefield? There's of course the now trademarked Levolution events that Battlefield has become famous for, and the developers have said something about events within events, but I've yet to see that. It's pretty cool because you have Dust Bowl, you have a giant sandstorm that comes in, which severely limits your visibility and kind of is the great equalizer for sniping. And then you have the crane collapse that's in the downtown area, which is pretty cool. Adds a lot of debris and kind of helps change the dynamic of the cars driving around. But all this, I feel like, while cool, it seems a lot like smoke and mirrors at this point. So you may ask, what about the shooting? Well, the gameplay and shooting seems pretty solid. It handles pretty much like any other Battlefield game. You have your loadouts, you go and shoot your bad or good guys, and repeat. I think it really does feel fast-paced with just the right amount of downtime between deaths and matches, but I did have a couple problems. I hate the lean mechanic. You can't lean whenever you want. You have to get right up close to a wall or other cover and press your aim button to lean. I found this a bit wonky, and sometimes it just didn't work. The other thing was the balancing between weapons, specifically the assault rifles and the shotgun. The shotgun seems ridiculously overpowered compared to the other games, and I felt like I could almost snipe people with this thing. And when I saw you could upgrade the choke to tighten the pattern, I think you probably could. The assault rifle has the exact opposite issue. Spray all day, but until you get a headshot, you're probably dead. Overall, I feel like Battlefield Hardline is a fast-paced game with replay value, but it also follows the same EA formula. Reskin a popular game with some minor changes that could have easily been done in a mod or a DLC, and sell it for full price. If EA were planning on releasing this game at, say, half price when it comes out in March, I'd say absolutely buy it. But until then, save your money. There's other games out there to play. pick. There you go. Did you shoot him or did I kill him? Really? I'm a friendly, and you're shooting me. Obviously you're more. All right then. Freaking bastard. Yeah, your face.